Hi, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to have two very different pens that we'll be reviewing and looking at today. So why am I saying it's two different pens? I mean very different pens. The reason is it's a custom made, rather tailor made pen, bespoke pen you could say, and the pens in question are made by PLP and they're made out of resin. So I have opted for similar design for both of them, just varying in lengths a little bit. So here are the two pens in question. So yeah, these are the two pens. As you can see, they're made out of resin, and one is a Hobble and other one is a multicolor blue and green resin with some beautiful chateauins in that. And yeah, these are the two pens we'll be talking about today. So before we go on to the pens itself, so these are the pens. I got them made out of resin, and the resin I specifically purchased it from Etsy, and I believe it's by Mark. So I think he's based out of Houston. Yeah, so these are the two resin based pens I could talk about. So the first pen, it feels like a Hobble, and this is the pen itself, and it's a pretty straightforward finish. And then you can see this is the pen itself, and yeah, I have fixed it with a jowo medium black, a black color nib, and it's a cartridge converter. It can also be eye dropped if I do want to, but it is a cartridge converter for now, and it's a jowo medium. Jowo mediums are one of my most favorite nibs, and this is also one of Mark's work. And as you can see, this has a beautiful chateauincy, and you can see there's a nice depth of field, and it gives that kind of a 3D, and it reminds me of our planet itself, yeah, as if there are green land masses among the seas. And it comes, this I have taken with a gold clip and a gold color nib. Mind you, it's just a gold color nib and not a gold nib. And this in question is also a cartridge converter. So both the pens today are inked with Pelican Brilliant Black, or no wait, this is inked with Noodler's X Feather. So these are the pens. So going on to the physical aspects of the pen, let's see its weight and comparison with commonly used pens, and then we will see how it writes. These are the pens in question. I am comparing it to a Lamy Safari, a universal scale for us fountain pen lovers, and there's a vanishing point by Pilot, and these are the two pens in question. As you can see, they're fairly large pens when capped, and let's look into the weight aspects of it. So when you look into this, yeah, you can see so this weighs about 31 grams, and this thing roughly weighs about 28 grams. Okay, and mind you, these both pens are fairly inked, right? And let's see how many turns this one takes around. These are single thread systems, so you can see it takes about 1, 2, 3 and a tenth of a turn to open, and this one takes about 1, 3 and 3/4 of a turn to open roughly. So there's this very minute difference in the weight of the pen, only because one is a tad longer than the other. Apart from that, the construction and the design are fairly similar. I would expect the writing to be similar as well, The reason being, both of them equipped with a jowo nib itself, jowo medium itself. They're not different nibs, but yes, being equipped with jowo, you have an advantage that you can switch nibs to whatever nibs you want. I mean, you have multitude of jowo options, and there are a lot of jowo compatible nibs which themselves can be used as units itself directly. Both of them are cartridge converter, but they're fairly usable. They can, you're just applying a dab of silicone grease, and that itself could convert it into a eyedropper. And you can see there are fairly large number of threads for the barrel itself. This is to equip in case of deciding to use it with an eyedropper. So that's it about the physical aspects of the pen. So moving on, let's go ahead and test it. So the first pen we are testing today is the PLP custom with ink with Pelikan 4001 black. This is one of my go-to work inks. It's a workhorse of an ink. It's dry ink relatively, but it's very decently water resistant, which is important for my work. So this is a PLP custom with medium jowo nib. This is tuned well. There is minimal flexibility. I mean, most of you would know how a jowo nib functions by now. So this is the pen. The balance is very good, and the weight of the pen is resting on my hand, so I don't feel any fatigue. And as you can see, the section itself is slightly hourglass kind of shape, and that gives, despite the pen being huge, it gives a good grip. So as my favorite doctor, or rather second favorite doctor, Doctor Who, Matt Smith says, so we are all stories in the end. That's what eventually it is. So let's make it a good one. And there is virtually no skipping even when you're fast writing, and reverse writing works, but it's a little scratchy. But forward writing is excellent. So moving on to the second pen. So this is the second pen. The slight difference in this pen is I got the section also made in the resin itself compared to the previous one, which is ebonite. This is an ebonite section, by the way. This is, and whereas this is the resin itself. So this also has a little hourglassy design, so it makes the grip easy. So despite having a heavy pen, there is a good amount of grip, and the weight itself rests on the hand. Again, very good construction. So this is also a PLP custom. It's with a medium jowo nib, and the ink in this one is Hoodler's X Feather Black. So this is fairly fine, and you can see again there is no skipping whatsoever. It's a good flow, so it can be used for fast writing as well. So going ahead, let's talk about what I like and what I don't like about the pen. So what I like, so first, the resin itself is wonderful, which I have to credit the maker for, and yes, the design is wonderful and it's seamless, and it does take, so I like the build of the section. I like the nibs per se, and they're all really good. So what I don't like about both the pens put together is that, one, The alignment especially could have been slightly better, as if to look like a single block of a pen, especially the finial, the cap and the barrel. But apart that is kind of a nitpicking, if I do say, because that is only dislike I can think about. Everything else about these pens are pretty much perfect. And also it gives me the opportunity to have some of the unique pens. I would rather have some of these unique pens custom made than probably some of the limited editions. Well, also is the fact that you cannot afford many of the extremely premium limited editions, but these pens on the other hand, these are kind of my limited editions. I really love how limited these are, like one each probably, that's it, because at least here with me I have not seen anybody else make the, even if someone else gets the same blank, the probability of having the same design is extremely low. And I'm really thankful to both Mark for creating these beautiful resins, and the pen maker Mr. PLP for creating these wonderful pens. I think I'm going to enjoy writing with these both. And that's it for the video today, guys. And please, if you do like, give a comment and also subscribe to the channel. A sub would really be helpful. And watch out for the ink review I'm going to put up as well, and the set of inks, and then there's another different ink that will be coming up soon. Thank you.